Sort of getting to the other end of things now, with the black dark clouds are starting to part. There's a few rays of sunshine for our man Craig Bullock, and I'm going to remind him he's 6 days away from doing Ironman. He's been to that very dark place with his depression back in 2007, hit its worst stage in 2009. His weight ballooned 25 odd kilograms. He had somebody who he shared a house with commit suicide. Didn't even know that particular person, that guy, was in the same boat. And that probably says a bit about us as New Zealanders and as Kiwi blokes. Got the running shoes out one day after his friend committed suicide, gave himself an uppercut, faced up to things, started running, started following the inspiration of John Kirwan, went from running 2 power poles to now doing an Ironman. So you obviously got quite good at this running, and you sort of found yourself again, and your fitness came back. And when did the Ironman kick in?
Firstly, I'd say I wouldn't be that good at running. It's more of a waddle at the moment. But yeah, probably a year ago, I've decided that I want to do something, and I want to get the word out there, just like JK was doing, and just tell people that everyday Kiwi blokes, males, females, whatever, that suffer depression, if you get off your butt, get out of your house, do something, you start to feel a hell of a lot better.
Yeah. But were you lucky in that you managed to, you had a couple of things. You obviously had the devastation of losing a friend and then the John Kirwan situation, but you had a supportive family. I guess there are people that are not as lucky as that maybe do find it a bit harder to get off their chuff, so to speak, do something. But you know, you got to know that it's beatable.
Beating it it's always inside you. The person that's going to beat it is you. Yeah. No matter how.
Do you have down moments now? Do you
But I know that I'm going to get to the other side of it.
Yeah.
And I've now got the tools locked away in my head, knowing that I'm going to get to the other side. There's always going to be down moments. Everyone has them.
Yeah, everybody. Yep.
But now, after seeing counselling and being able to talk about how I feel, has definitely helped.
Yeah.
And knowing these tools that I've got now, I will always know that there's always going to be a light at the end of the tunnel.
Yep. Okay, so you've decided 12 months ago you're going to do Ironman. Tell us how you sort of stepped it up to get to the level where you're confident you can do it.
My fantastic sponsors. If it wasn't for them, there'd be absolutely no way that I could be anywhere near where I am now. And they wanted to back just an everyday Kiwi bloke that had the goal of raising awareness for mental health, and that's how I put it to them. That's how I've been putting it to everyone that I've been speaking to this year. Is just my goal is to get the awareness of depression and how being active helps, getting it out there.
Who's helping you? Who are your sponsors? Who's behind you for this?
I've plenty. Kathy from Fit Goals is my coach. She's absolutely amazing. She's the driving force from behind me and got me to where I am, and she's going to get me to that starting line and finish line. Mission Nutrition, those guys have been great with my nutritional side of things, because on those long rides, those 180k lonely long rides, if you're not eating or refueling, you're totally stuffed. The guys at Ludus Magnus, Jim there, they help me mentally. It's just, there's plenty. There are plenty. And then there's Tonelli, who've done all my cycling gear.
Yeah, and you've got a fundraise online page as well.
I do. Yep. And all that can be found on my website.
Okay, we'll give you the details of your website here. What have we got? We've got. So it's just Craig Bullock.
CraigBullock.co.nz.
Yeah, so Bullock spelled Bulloch. Craig, normal spelling, one word, CraigBullock.co.nz. Go on there and have a look, and from the depths of despair and back again. And you can check out there where to make a donation, fundraise online for that. Going pretty well too. Yeah,
I'm quite happy about that. But no, if anyone looks at that, I urge them, if they want to chat and if they want to email or anything, just all my contact details are there as well. Feel free to give me a phone. I always love chatting to people and what I've been through, and I like we were talking before, if we can touch one person's day, it'll be great.
And did you mention a new wetsuit? You got a new wetsuit, I see.
I definitely have. Blue 70.
Blue 70.
They are, yeah.
I could do for one of them. My half Ironman. Yeah, anyway, so they make a good wetsuit?
Oh, they make an outstanding wetsuit, yeah, because the other one, it was falling off me, so I needed
yeah,
something.
Because I guess so when you started first swimming in your first wetsuit, how much are you down weight-wise?
It's about 23 kgs, I think.
Yeah.
I've dropped 18 or 19% body fat, so it's, I wouldn't say I'm a finely tuned athlete, but I'm getting there.
But you get, and by the end of next week, you're going to be hardened up too, and that one big day hit.
Oh, exactly.
Ironman, obviously, the guns are around the 80-hour mark, and then you're very, very good if you can come in under 10, 17 hours is the sort of cutoff. What do you sort of think? What are you hoping for? Because you've got, a 3.8 kilometre swim?
180k bike and then a marathon.
And then a marathon.
Finishing it.
Yeah, finishing.
No matter how I get across that finish line, I just want to get across that finish line, and I'm going to enjoy every moment, every step of the way. Soak in the atmosphere, get out there and wave and chat to people. I don't care. I just want to get out there and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Because it's just a complete polar opposite to where I was.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this as being a sort of a new start, really.
Yeah. Do you what do you like when do you bounce out of bed in the morning now, or are you just sort of in between the average or something? Do you none of the sort of getting up, going to the fridge, back to bed?
None of that. None of that. Well, every now and then, because I'm totally buggered from training.
Yeah. When do you do most of your training?
Around the Waikato.
Yeah.
Around Hamilton. Just get out there because I've found, but Auckland drivers are horrible. They sort of don't really like cyclists.
Yeah, what's your regime at the moment? Like, no, obviously not this week because you'll be sort of tapering off. But what are your biggest weeks you've got up to?
Sort of weekends, doing a brick session on a Saturday, which would be a 3k swim, 90k bike, then an hour and a half run. On a Sunday would be a 180k bike. Monday, sort of just a wee small 2k swim. Tuesday, getting out, doing a couple of hours on the bike. Wednesday, a 3-hour run. Thursday, another bit on the bike, and then I have Fridays off.
Yeah. So there's a real sort of strategic plan to all this, so as to how you bring the body together to be in tip-top shape.
Definitely, and that's where Kathy from Fit Goals has just been amazing. She's done Ironman, she's trained athletes, just run-of-the-mill blokes like me, and she's been amazing. And I've had a couple of meltdowns during the time, and I can just get hold of her. And
when you say meltdowns, what are you
sort of thinking? What am I doing?
Yeah.
But honestly, that's probably a lot of people doing Ironman have those sort of those moments. And
nutritionally wise, are you watching your diet pretty closely, getting the right fuel in there?
I didn't think I could eat so much tuna. That's pretty much what I've lived on.
16 or 70% body fat. Gee, that's a fair old.
Yeah, I'm down to below 15 now, so I'm back to healthy.
You were in that morbidly obese category there.
I was a monster.
Yeah. Oh well. So, and what does this week entail for you? Just pretty quiet.
Pretty much relaxing. I start back at uni tomorrow, so it's which will be good.
Okay.
I've had a brother turn up from the States this morning, which has been pretty emotional for the last couple of days. I haven't seen him for a few years, so it's all coming together. It's great.
Yeah, okay, so Ironman's coming together. That's all happening next week. What about the rest of your life? How's everything else going? And you're studying. How's everything else going? Relationship-wise, what all the good things that have come from.
Everything's been going great. It's the relationship-wise, I'm still single. So any single ladies out there?
Yeah. Fair play to you. I tell you what, they might be queuing up after the Ironman next week. Eh? Yeah. And you've been able to put all your difficulties with business world and that. You've been that? Were those things much easier to deal with once you came out of it?
Once I came out of it, yeah. Because it was a lot to do with money, and that sort of thing. And to be honest, it's only money at the end of the day. And that was making me feel horrible, as having.
Well, because you thought you were the only guy in the world that had to go to the bank manager, thinking, when you weren't.
When I was, exactly. You just don't see that sort of thing, though. Everything's about you when you're in that dark space, and it's horrible. But yeah, sort of now I'm studying physiotherapy over at AUT.
Brilliant! Yeah.
And that's probably something I should have done years ago, really, when I finished school, sort of thing. I do a bit of work for New Zealand cricket and Waikato rugby, so it's all coming together.
Fabulous. But that aside, you've still got an Ironman in 6 days' time.
Yeah. Thanks for that.
I told you I'd keep reminding you of it. No, it's great to see, Craig. It's great to see the smile on your face. It's great to know your journey. Look, anybody that's listening, you please, obviously those of you, if you're not aware of what John Kerwin's done, turn your telly on, have a look, or go and check out Craig's website. It's craigbulloch.co.nz. That's Bulloch, Bulloch. From the depths of despair and back again. He's into Ironman. He's happy with his life again. His family are happy. The good times ahead after some really testing times. Fabulous stuff. And, I wish you all the best for your, 13, 14, 12 hours, 15 hours of pain next week, but it's all going to be worth it. Nothing in comparison to the pain that you felt before, is it? That's the reality, isn't it?
That is the reality.
That's the reality. Yeah.
I'm going to be loving this. I'm just going to get out there and enjoy every minute.
And once you've conquered the Ironman, what's next?
Obviously, knuckle down and work at uni.
Yep.
I pretty much had to say that for mum and dad.
Yep.
But yeah, I think I still want to raise the awareness for mental health, the Mental Health Foundation, and so next year I'm looking at swim, bike, running the length of the country. So that's biking the South Island, swimming the Strait, and running the North.
Oh
yeah, I'm mad.
Jeez. Well, that'd be, I don't know, what am I trying to think there? That'd be a reasonably... Well, take you a week to bike the South Island, probably.
Yep.
Possibly more. Good day to swim the Channel, Cook Strait.
Yeah.
And then a fair old 2 or 3 weeks to run up the island.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, good man. We'll keep you. We will follow that.
Brilliant.
Hey, all the best.
Thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
Brilliant. Great to have you, and great to have you share your story, and great to see that smile on your dial.